This whole time I've been talking and you guys haven't been able to hear me. So, so that's like what, 4 minutes without any talking. So, welcome, welcome to the stream. Hey, look, that's just how it is sometimes. That's just how it is. So I've been talking for about 4 minutes with no audio, just some music, some Tekken music. So I'm Potter99, and this is we're doing the Matrix speed run. All right, and before we get into that, I gotta say it again, right? So boom, boom, boom. All right, so the giveaway is only thing I do is follow, and after I reach 50 followers, not subscribers, after I reach 50 followers, then I'm gonna do a video and randomly pick somebody. We'll just set it up into the chat bot, and it'll randomly select somebody, and then we'll ship it off to them. And so that's how that's going. As soon as I hit 50, only thing you gotta do is follow, and then let me see, you follow and then type in !raffle, and you're ready to go. All right, so with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started with this movie. Oh yeah, we gotta do the test in the chat. Make sure that that the chat is working. Okay, so we're approaching this just as the first time we saw it. Yes, there's gonna be spoilers, but at the same time, like, I'm gonna try not to anyway. Try not to like jump ahead of my spoilers. So I'm gonna definitely try to stay within as if this was my first time seeing it, while also breaking it down for everybody else. All right, so here we go. We start off with the Warner Brothers logo. It's in green. It has this tint. It has this screen to it, right? And I believe we even have some code. Some of the and it's moving around. Everything is moving around like normal, but where it has this green tint and this green color. We don't really know what's going on. It's your first time. You don't really know. Like, okay, they setting the mood, right? The logo and everything, like that cover up there, for the movie. I don't know if that was the original poster, but that was the DVD that I brought. That was the cover. And now they even have a different cover, a newer cover, right? But I believe that they use like black and green, so just kind of setting you up for the whole ambiance of the film, right? Then the code that, as you guys can see it falling down, it falls down, and then you have, boom, you have the Matrix. Right? You don't really know what the Matrix is. It's like, okay, all right, let's see what this thing is. Then we have, all right, trace program running. Now see, when it first popped, look, you just watching, you don't really know what this is. It's like, okay, it's tracing. All right, so somebody's being traced. This call is being traced, because you can hear you hear like a little dial up. This is back, I want to say this is like, what, 99 when this came out. So yeah, this was dial up. You was getting a dial up sound. A lot of y'all guys, y'all don't know about that. Like those early days of the internet, it was no joke. Like I remember, like, look, back then you could get caught in a porn storm. Let's say you looking up black holes, right? Already you guys are like, oh my god, right? Look, you looking up black holes, you might get black holes, right? So then that screen pop up. You in the library, right? You in the library just chilling. You looking up black holes because you in the space. You're a space nerd, right? There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being a space nerd, right? You looking up Pluto, Venus, right? Mars, black holes, and boom, picture black asses just pop up on the screen, and then you clicking because you like, oh my god, like, yo, I wasn't really trying to see this. And then when you click X, then they just all start and fill up the whole screen, nothing but new porn. Just if you like black holes, then you like gravy, and you like this, and your whole screen filled up, and you just like, you just trying to click, you can't even click fast enough, right? Those were the early days of the internet. Okay, porn storms, we don't even have those. Like, I haven't experienced a porn storm, and I don't know how long. Probably it's been almost 20 like 18 years, right? So that's crazy. It's crazy, but that's what was going on. You know, we had porn storms, right? So it lets you know that it's being traced, and then you get more of the code, right? You still don't really know what's going on, but you can hear those two voices talking, and they like, yo, you really like them, and you've been watching them, right? We know that this is being traced, but we really don't know what's going on, right? We hear them talking, and then you get your first image. It like, you know, and it gets you inside. Now you get your first image of a person, right? And it's gonna be these cops, and they're moving in. We know it's been traced. We don't really know what's going on. Cops are moving in, and they surround, and then we get our image of our first, character, which you just assume that she's, a character that you need to know, right? We don't know if that's her that was on the line talking or what, but we know that she's gonna be some type of character, right? So she has her hands up, and the cops, they're like seizing in on her, and then it pans off. Now you get to see these guys. They like FBI agents, right? We know, like, all right, it's getting real, right? They pull up. Look, man, I told you, chill with all that, right? He's like, look, man, they already up there. I already sent the team up there. They bringing her down now, man. It's nothing. Like, yo, this is light work. It's just one girl. Like, yo, what's going to happen? And, the FBI agent, he like, yo, man, your team already dead, man. He's like, what? Come on, man. Just one girl. I got a whole squad. He probably have like, 15 guys or something up there. Who knows? He got a whole team up there. And then, boom. Right when he says, look, your men are already dead. Then they going for the cuff. She, break the arm. Right? Break the arm. It's crazy. Then she hit him. Then they give us this first image of bullet time. Bullet time is crazy, right? It goes up, it pans around, everything slows down, then it just spins around, it's all frozen. This was crazy. Bullet time was crazy. First time you experienced that in the movies, it was like, oh, like, yo, this is something different. This is something new. And, then she dispatches of them, right? And then while she dispatches, she sees one of the agents, one of the FBI agents, right? Now she's running. They all running. They running on like the hilltops or whatever. And it's just your standard stuff. All right, okay, yeah, they running. It's nothing. This is easy. This is light work. It's a couple of the cardio. Some couple of cops cardio ain't where it needs to be. Right? They've been on the force a little bit too long, working the beat, stocking up on them donuts. Like, cardio is not where athletic ability. They jumping from roof to rooftop. Some cop he barely made it, right? So that's standard, right? And then we get to this point where she jumps across the street on them, like from one building all the way over. And at that moment, it was like, hold up, man. What is this? Like, what is this? Like, and then she just made that jump, and she came down, like, and that jump, like, when you really, like, in reality, when you come down, you gotta, like, jump off of your ankles and then roll, right? Because the force is gonna mess your feet up. I don't know if you guys ever jumped out of, like, a second story building, or, jumped off a porch, maybe, like a little second story type of porch. It depends on where you guys live, but your feet and your ankles, all of that hurts, right? But not her. She just, no, I think she rolled, right? After that type of force. But it's just crazy. Like, at this moment, you knew that something like, yo, this is real. This is real, man. She's running, and then the FBI agent, then he jumped. Boom. He looks up, got his gun. Then he takes off, right? The cops, nah, they ain't doing none of that. The regular cops, come on, man. They was barely making it, across little 6 feet jumps. They was going up the hills, up the little roof. So once they got here, this was like, all right, the rest of those guys are behind. But it's like, yo, the FBI agents got some stuff too, right? They know some stuff. They, I don't know what's going on, but these FBI agents, like, they tricked out, right? And later on, it was like akin to like Crackdown. Like when Crackdown first came out, like that was crazy, and you had those type of superpowers. But this is the first time, so you see her do it, and then you see him do it. You like, yo, man, this is gonna be crazy. She's looking at the telephone pole, at the telephone station. I can't even think of the name of it. Telephone. Man, that's so crazy. Like telephone booth. That's what it's called. Man. Now these telephone booths, this is how we was getting down. This wasn't before cell phones, right? But this is like right in the birth of a cell phone. Because I probably got my first cell phone maybe in like 99. Yeah, like 99. I want to say I got my first cell phone like in 99 or 90. Yeah, it had to have been like 99 when I got my first cell phone. And it was rare. Like, I don't even think I knew anybody with a cell phone, And of course they had like the big ones from the 80s, like the briefcase, but I didn't see that, right? But like in Baltimore, boom, like 99, that's when these cell phones was popping. But before then, you had the phone booth, right? So you would go there, you would you could, there was a little hustle. You do 611 and then 411. I think 411 was information, right? But 611, you could say like, yo, the machine took my quarter, and then they would give you a credit, and then that way you can go and call. You can call somebody for free. So we was getting that hustle on. That hustle was going on, and then you could give out the number, and people, you just hanging out. Because if you just hanging out, you're around the phone anyway. It ring, yo, what's up? They like, yo, is Josie there? Like, Josie? Nah, man, you got the wrong number. So a lot of that was going on, but she runs to the telephone booth, but at the same time that she's running, then the car, they're like a big 18-wheeler, right? With a drunk driver driving. There's no surviving. Like some Wu-Tang. Look, we gotta get into the groove of this, right? This is around the Wu-Tang's second album, right? Which, like, even when I heard it, like, but the first one was crazy. The first one was crazy. The second one, the double, they definitely had some crazy joints, but it was already kind of like, it was kind of falling off by then. So, hey, I just got caught like I see it. I was a fan. I loved them, but that's just what it is. Okay, she's running the car. The 18-wheeler's coming at the same time. It's and she's boom, and then we get this scene, and then we realize that that she made it out. Right? Made it out of what? Like, I don't even know. I don't even know if I thought that she died. Like, they're like, yo, but the informant is real. The informant is real. Like, none of this stuff is making any sense, right? You just watching this movie. You just watching this thing unpack. You're not really thinking about anything. This is all just, okay, the informant is real. I don't know what that means. She disappeared. Did she die? Did she, like, I don't know what's going on, right? And then we come up on our lead character. Now we know Keanu Reeves, right? So we know that this is his movie from the promotion and stuff. And like, I can't really remember. Like, he was on one of these talk shows, and they did a clip. But like, I was totally sleeping on this movie. Like, I really don't know what I was doing when this movie came out, but like, I didn't see it in the movie theater, and like, I didn't even think about it. Like, I don't know what was going on in my life, but but we knew that he was the star. So when they show this image, you kind of know, like, all right, this is the star of the movie, right? He's sleeping. He got the screen going and showing you some stuff like, yo, the FBI's after, the 10 most wanted list, right? And they showing you, look, man, we really after these guys, and just giving you perspective. Like, okay, what does he do? He has all of these he has a couple monitors, and he has a couple keyboards, and he has some chords and stuff. So I see some CDs, some like minis, So he's into something. I don't know really what he's into. And then you get, boom, wake up Neo, right? Wake up Neo. And then he gets up, right? And he's like, boom. And And I believe that that the screen is talking to him at this time, right? The screen is talking. I just gotta make sure, like, cause this thing is like crazy with ads, so I don't know what's being shown, like what's being seen. So I gotta, just check. All right, so I don't know why that happened. Here, let's get it back to our screen. Now, see, I don't know if I'm not really sure what's going on, right? And that's the thing with this. You just don't know. I guess I should have recorded it. Then that way I could have, oh, so yeah, it's there. But why is this showing this? So I guess it like maybe kicked me off or something. I don't know. That's really weird. All right. So who knows? I'm just trying to test. So yeah, that's really weird. But I can see it over here. It looks like it's all good, right? That was really crazy. Like my screen was showing me something else. So all right. Anyway, boom. It says "Wake up, Neo," and then it starts talking to him. I believe. You're right. It's saying like maybe we watching you, or who knows, but it definitely is talking to him. Okay, so now we're about here. All right, then I believe it said like knock knock, and some guys are at the door. They like, yo, they want the program, right? So he goes into his stash and he gets it, make sure, all right, boom. And on this book here, Simulacra and Simulation, this is actually one of the books that this movie was based off of. This is a French guy, like around the Marxist time, so he's gonna have like a lot of ideas about like industrialism and how the future is a simulation based off of reality, but it's not a real reality, right? Now, when I did the review on this book, like I'm gonna get it and read it, right? But a lot of reviews say that it's really dry and that it's really hard to follow. So I'm going to check it out and see what I can figure out from the whole thing. But this is where he keeps his stash at, and he goes in there and then he grabs what he needs to grab. Now, while he was talking on the computer, the computer, so like when we was back here during this time, it was like, it's just like knock knock, and that's when they knocked, and then eventually it was like, I think before then it was like follow the white bunny, right? So he's getting this, they're talking, they're like, they're like, yo man, you need to what's up, what's good with you? He like, yo man, I'm not good. I feel like I just like I'm dreaming, like I just can't wake up. And they like, yo man, you just need to unplug, So, yo, you think we should take him with us? And the girl, she's real sexy. Little what's that chick was like, it's like Nelly Furtado. So she kind of looked like her a little bit, or I might be saying her name wrong. I'm sorry, I messed your name up, but I know it's Nelly, right? But I don't want you to think about, oh, it's getting hot in here, so hot. Nah, it's the girl Nelly Furtado or Furtada. I don't know. I'm gonna have to read it, right? But that's what this chick. That's what she remind me of, little Nelly type of chick, real, sexy. She's like hugging all on her boyfriend or whoever, and like, yo, should we take him with us? Yeah, we should. So, boom, now he in there, right? He gets to the party. This is where he meets the girl that we thought was dead. That that they said she got out, but I don't know what you mean she got out, right? So she got away somehow, right? Not really knowing what was going on, but she's here. She's talking to him. She's like, yo, man, you really need, she's like, you've been coming down here. You really want to know what's going on. he's like, yeah, what is the Matrix? And she's telling him, look, man, Morpheus has been watching you. We all been watching you, and now it's time that you getting up there in the ranks, right? You're a computer hacker. We trying to bring you in on this squad, on this this Matrix squad, or this hacker, the elite hackers, right? We trying to get you to where you're an elite hacker now. And that's just what you're thinking, right? Then he goes to work because you can't really be you can't be Superman if you got a job, even though Superman has a job. But like, come on, man, you working 40 plus, man, come on, you working 40 plus hours, man. Crime is going on all day. Like, you just don't have time to be fighting crime. You gotta put in for your vacation. You gotta get this tooth pulled tomorrow. Your shoulder's hurting. You don't got time, right? So, boom, our big homie Neo, he has to go to work, okay? And while he's at work, his boss is like, yo, man, you slacking. Now, I'm not sure if he's late or what, but the boss has been coming down on him. Look, man, you need to set your priorities. Look, you can do this, you can do that. We don't really got time. So I really don't know what was the issue, but clearly he had some type of issues. He didn't have look, man, it's not like they had YouTube, so I don't know what this guy's doing during his hours. If he's just cooking up programs or what. I'm not really sure what this guy's doing, but he's not getting the job done. So his boss is definitely checking him out. Look, man, get it right. Then he get this package from boom, FedEx. Shouts out. That's actually where I'm working. I'm working with FedEx. So, that could have been me. I could have brought him that package. Look, dog, Mr. Thomas Anderson. Yo, man, you got signed for this, right? So he gets this package, and then it's the big homie Morpheus, right? So we hear about the name Morpheus during that conversation with Trinity, right? So during this conversation, we hear that Morpheus is like the leader of this gang, and so we kind of know that. Here, let's turn this down, because if we're already getting the sound inside of here, there's no need for like extra loud on the background music, right? So he gets this Morpheus on the phone, like, yo, man, the boys coming after you, man. He like, yo, when? Like, yo, like right now, look up. He looks up, boom, they out there, like, yo. And we know these agents, because these are the FBI agents that was on that girl. Look, man, they after these hackers. I mean, like, I don't know if they making money, like, like, what's the big deal? But the FBI is on them. In this world, I guess they don't really have any drug lords or any cartels, or they don't have any of that. You got this special division, and they after hackers, right? So it's probably playing off the line. I want to say it was a movie called Hackers. So maybe they're like, I don't know which one came out first, but you're not thinking about anything. Yeah, you just saw you saw old girl do that ultra jump, right? And you saw the cop do the ultra jump. So maybe these hackers, they figured out a way to, like, enhance people, right? That's what you're thinking, because you don't really know. This is the first time that this type of movie is out. So he follows Morpheus' advice. Morpheus guides him. He gets out on this on the building, right? And he looks down, and this is a big part. It's kind of like a little tangent I'm gonna take, but it'll be all right. But for the whole thing is, like, once he sees his point of death, right? It's like, yo, we all can experience something where we like, yo, I'm gonna start doing this. I'm gonna start streaming. I'm gonna start working out. I'm gonna start my own business. I'm gonna start whatever, right? Whatever we are trying to start, but it's gonna be something that's gonna be in the way, some type of obstacle, a big, huge obstacle, right? And we have to, and a lot of people, even if it's the happiness of our loved one, right? So you're about to start this video gaming, and your spouse, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever, they're like, yo, now you're not spending enough time with me. That's like this. So right, he faces his first fear, which look, man, before I used to be terrified of heights. So like if I would have saw that, like I definitely would have been like, oh my god, man, like So, but he goes out. He goes out there. He's confronting his fear, but he gets into a point where it's like, yo, he can't really face these fears, right? Like these fears are too much, And then he got the wind. I don't know if you guys ever been up high like the big homie is right now, but the wind ain't no joke, And it pushes him. I think maybe he loses the phone, right? Big Morpheus already shut him off. Like, yo, man, you either gonna do this, like, yo, you going out there, or you going down on them cuffs with them boys. They coming after you, right? So he's like, look, man, I'm not talking to you no more, man. It's about action. He got out there. We gotta give him applause. But, look, man, good gonna come out when it's supposed to. And the big homie, he was like, nah, man, I'm just, I'm going down. And look, man, forget it. Like, yo, I ain't built for this, man. I ain't built for this. I'm just, a computer programmer. Look, man, I don't know what y'all like trying to cook up, but like I ain't, that ain't my flavor. So he goes down. I'm going down. Bam, bam, bam. I'm going down. And we see that our girl is watching, right? Because he was gonna come down the side of the building, and he was gonna get on the side of the bike, and they was gonna ride off into the sunset, right? But hey, man, I feel you, dog. Look, Mr. Anderson, like, yo, I wouldn't have did that either, man. Like, yo, that wind ain't no joke. The hawk was out, too. The hawk was out. I don't know if y'all know about that, but, like, yo, up north, it's the hawk. That wind. The higher you get, the stronger. Like, yo, even, I don't care where you at. You in Texas? You in California? The higher you get up there, ooh. The hawk is out. So that hawk was out. It is what it is. Now we get this scene. Now this scene, I put it in here. This really is not too important for the whole thing of like, all right, this is this is big Neo, big Mr. Anderson. But as you can see, like you see all of these screens, this is kind of like an Easter egg for the second one. Quick tangent is like, I just can't believe that, whoever wrote the first Matrix wrote 2 and 3. Like, so if the Wachowskis, like, I believe, look, if they wrote it, they wrote it. I'm not saying they didn't write it, but somebody else had some more influence on 2 and 3 than the first one, right? Because, this, like, 2 and 3, man, like, it was good, but it really deviated. And I gotta just say, like, this would have been a hard thing to go. It would have been hard to follow up this because of how big it was, right? Like, this movie was super huge. So shouts out to the Wachowski, the Wachowski siblings, because it was tough. Like, no matter what, it was gonna be hard to follow this, right? But here they got him caught up, and he's like, yo, man, like, yo, this is bullshit. I ain't talking. I don't need to talk. Y'all get out of here with this. So he's like, yo, I want my phone call. They like, yo, man, what good is a phone call if you can't talk? So they merge his mouth, and and he's like, oh, he's going crazy. Like, yo, this has never happened before. Like, yo, what is this? He can't talk. His mouth is merged together. He's freaking out, right? So then let's see. Yeah, they slam him down. So they slam him down, and they put the, here, we'll do that. They slam him down, and then they put something up in him, right? Like a little insect or something goes up in his belly, and then boom, he wakes up. He's like, oh man, that was just a dream, right? So we like, all right, it was just a dream. There's no biggie. And then I believe that they call him, right? He gets the call, and they like, yo, nah, man, we need to meet. Like, and Morpheus tells him, like, yo, man, if they really knew how important you was, like, yo, man, you would be dead, you know? He's like, what? I would be dead? Like, yeah, man, like, yo, I usually wait, before I pop that cherry, but like, yo, nah, man, we can't wait no more dating. Like, yo, man, it's go time, right? So that could have been a bad analogy. So just rewind that. Just imagine I didn't even say that, right? So look, it's time. Put me in, coach. Nah, man, I'm not ready. Nah, man, you gotta go play. So let's use a sports analogy. Just because, that could be offensive. I'm not trying to offend nobody, right? If I offended you, just delete that and just go on as if I didn't even offend you. So, like I was saying, he's talking like, yo, nah, man, I need you in the game right now. It's a championship game. He's like, yo, I don't even have any equipment. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, ill is here. Thanks, man. Thanks for popping up. I'm sorry. And, just rewind it and then skip over it. And then it never happened, right? So he's on there. Like I said, they like, yo, man, we gotta go, okay? I don't have no equipment. Like, yo, I don't care. Look, man, I'm putting you in there. Like, yo, what you talking about? So he gets in, he sees his girl, Trinity, right? But now they got two other people with him. You in that situation, right? You in the car, you barely know one person, but they got two other people in there. It's like, yo, is this a setup? Y'all trying to get these codes off of me? Like, yo, up, down, left, right, BA, select, start, man. Like, yo, it's whatever, So he's like, yo, come on. They pull out the gun on him, right? They got the hammer. It's cocked back. Like, yo, come. Like, yo, I mean, y'all was just talking like y'all trying to get me on. I mean, what's going on? They like, yo, man, we're afraid of you. Like, you're afraid of me? What you mean you're afraid of me? So, he don't really know what's going on. She like, yo, man, look, all this small talk. Like, yo, man, you acting like a real bitch right now. They even smoked your cousin right in front of you. That's how she was coming at him. And he was like, yo, I ain't trying to kill no women or no kids. And, she was like, nah, man. Get out. Stop the car. She like, yo, stop the car. Stop the car. So, open up the door. He looking out. Trinity like, yo, hold up. Neo, come on. You been down that road. Like, yo, man, it was nothing you could do about Harold. Like, yo, it was nothing you could do. So, so they convince him, get back in, and then, boom, we meet Morpheus for the first time, right? Big Morpheus, OG Morpheus right here, right? We meet him for the first time, and he got like his arms behind his back, and he's holding them. He's holding them like this. But it's behind his back, so he's skinny, right? He can't do that now, like, he been eating, but back then, like, look, man, Lawrence, he was getting it in, right? So we meet Big Morpheus, and Morpheus is like, yo, man, look, man, this ain't, something ain't right. You felt like this your whole life, right? It's now go time, right? Look, man, we need to go ahead and speed up this process, right? So offers him the blue pill or the red pill, right? Blue pill, you wake up, this is just a dream, and you go back to, to the computer life, thug life, you chatting, you go back to chatting, or you take the red pill and you about to just, you about to see what this is really about, right? What is the Matrix? You take this red pill and you gonna see what the Matrix really is, cuz. Nah, blood. So, no gang affiliation because, look, I don't know. I'm sure that the Crips they were mad. How come the Crips gotta go back to just, ordained life, but the Bloods, you get the, so I don't know, but that's just what, these brothers cooked it up as, okay? Could have been just a pink pill, like normal, right? Most pills are like pink and maybe green or something, but, they wanted to just at least give you something to where, like, all right, red or blue, right? We already know, the big homie, Neo, right? You can't have a name like Neo and just go back, right? You gotta go forward, right? This movie is 2 hours and like 16 minutes. It ain't ending right now. So the big homie takes the red pill, right? Let's see what we got after that. Oh, so then, yeah, that extra strength. Look, man, that lean, you know. Look, man, he was on. Look. He was definitely and he did enough lean that like, yo, the only thing he could do was take the red pill, right? Had that gel in it. So then, boom, as soon as he takes it, he got this glassy mirror. You know, the mirror's like getting all on his hand, up his arm. I don't know if any of you ever had any surgeries, but like they got some stuff, man. When it hits you, it's just like cool. And like I remember I had a surgery and they had to put me out, right? And like my arm was just cool, like it was like cold, and you could just feel it just flowing all the way up your arm. And that's probably what he felt like, right? So then, boom, after, you know, it's like, it goes in his mouth, the glass, right? That cooliness feeling, and boom, now you're here. The first time ever I saw my, that on the night, right? Boom. We don't really know. Like, yo, what's going on? Especially for my first time seeing this, like, what in the world? Like, yo, I didn't know what was going on, right? Boom. Then he pops up, right? We don't know what's going on. Like I didn't know what was like, like, yo, what's going on? But what's going on is that you know, that pill tricked the system into thinking that he had died, right? So now it's starting the process of you know, cleaning, getting his cell ready. Like, look, man, I mean, if he ain't living there no more, I mean, look, man, we got another, you know, little JoJo. He about to come up, right? Little JoJo about to come up. He gonna need a spot. So look, let's just go ahead, clean this one out, and you know, get little Joey up in there so that you know, it's business as usual. So boom, they flush him out, right? The machine come grab him by his neck, you know, but I guess they interrupted the system, so the machine can't even tell that he's alive, even though he's like, and he's grabbing onto him. The machine can't tell, right? Machine, you know, is like, yo, he's dead. So it flushes him down, and then our boys, those hacker boys, you know, woohoo, those hacker boys. So they get him, they pull him up, right? We don't really know what's up on his chest, but you know, they get him, and then it's like, yo, boom, Neo, welcome to the real world. He's like, what? And then he goes out, right? He passes out. He don't really know what's going on. We don't know what's going on, especially like when I saw this, I didn't know what was going on. So they do the acupuncture because, you know, he's never used his muscles. So, you know, look, man, we gotta go ahead and get this boy right, you know, get him right. So they working on him, and it's a whole montage, just like Rocky. Right, so that's what's going on. They got the little montage, a little you know, let's get him right montage, but it's no music. Yeah, it's probably like the, that's what's going on, right? We get the little montage. He's finally up. He's ready to rock, right? And then we meet the crew. Now it's time to meet the crew, and you know, it's like, yo, so what's going on, right? So now they just kind of just telling them, like, yo, man, you've been living in a computer program. Then they strap, but like he can't, you know, he's not really understanding. So they strap him up to the chair. Boom, boom. Now he's inside of their program, right? Which, if you really think about it, like, yo, this is like, yo, man, this is genius for them to even have back engineered this technology, right? Like, it's one thing to be freed from it. The guy who freed you, I don't know if he's outside of the Matrix or not, right? He was inside the Matrix. So, you know, so you wake up, what happened to Neo, right? But there's nobody there to get you. Or let's say, you know, there's a couple guys there to get you, but but like, how did they know, right? So this is just crazy that, you know, that we were able to back engineer um, this matrix to, you know, be able to hack into it and to create separate programs for which we could go in there. So that's real, you know. Look, man, people, you know, that's why I like humans, man. That's really why I really like people. People are really smart, you know, and fun and just beautiful, you know. So this movie highlights the ingenuity of man, right? Even though this is a movie, but still, you know, they back engineered this. This was crazy, right? So they get him in there. They like, yo, man, now welcome to the real world, right? So they just showing him. He's like, yo, this is real. Like, yo, this is real. He's like, yeah, man, this is what we can do now, right? And boom, then they show him the real world, right? The real world. I don't know if that's New York and is that the Twin Towers or not, right? But this is the real world, right? It's been messed up. It's been, the sky is dark. Like, yo, man, this is on some old Terminator, you know, Terminator-esque, right? Look, he like, oh, man. And then, you know, look, man, this was just too much for him. He couldn't handle all of that. I don't even think I could have handled all of that. And, you know, he just woke up, really. Like, you know, his muscles just got good. So, you know, he can't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth. And he couldn't, right? So, one of my favorite lines from the movie, he's gonna pop. and you guys will hear me use that. Like, if we're ever together and something happens, like, look, I love that line. That's one of my favorite lines. He's gonna pop. I use that even in tournament. Like, yo, if you crack, he's gonna pop. Like, look, man, he's losing it. He's losing it. So, big homie Neo, he threw up. He couldn't handle the truth, right? We knew it. You know, you can't handle the truth. So he couldn't handle it. You know, and he throws up, and then he passes out. Right? It was just too intense. And, you know, he's laying down, you know, Big Morpheus he come in there. It's like a bad sexual experience or something. And, oh, man. So, you know, Big Morpheus come in. Look, man, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry it went like that. You know, I look, you know, I had to do what I had to do, bro. Like, you know, look, man, they cannibals out here. You know, look, man, it's eat or be eaten. Okay, you had to learn the hard way. I couldn't just, you know, sugarcoat it. We don't got that much runtime. Okay, look, man, he trying to do this speed movie run. I don't even know how much time we done gone on. All right, look, man, 45 minutes. Like, yo, man, come on, dog. Let's knock this out, man. So he's like, yo, all right, man, all right, man. Okay, look, I get it. You know, so he's telling him, look, why he did it, why he did what he had to do. And, you know, he's good. He's like, all right, so now it's the download time. Look, man, we can hit you up. We download all type of programs. They start with the fighting, of course, you know, and then they just uploading like, yo, or downloading, right? Because upload would be his consciousness into the system, which maybe they know how to do that too, right? But they're downloading. So they download this information. They just at a click of a button. But, you know, it's still the way we think things back in 99. So 99, like, yo, it took a while to download. Like, you know, right now, you know, I know, you know, some, you know, them Texas boys be running on that fiber optics, y'all, you know, pushing them heavy gigs, you know. But back then, look, man, we was downloading. It took a while. So it took them like maybe 10 hours of just straight down. He's a monster. He's just getting it in, just sitting in the chair. Oh, yeah. Give me some of that soup, man. Give me some Frosted Flakes, right? So he's just downloading, and then boom, we get into the fight scene, right? Yo, you know how to fight now, so let's see what you got. Let's see how you use it. So he's fighting Morpheus, and Morpheus is trying to, you know, get him to unlock his neo-ness, right? His, you know, greatness. And eventually he does some crazy type of stuff, and it's like, yo, that was crazy. And they was running up walls. They was doing like Bruce Lee. They was doing Wing Chun. You know, they was doing all types of stuff. So this scene was fresh. Just them two fighting. Everybody crowds around. They like, yo, man, Neo and Morpheus is fighting. People want to see if he's the man or not. And then he gets into the jump program, right? And they're just like kind of hinging bets. Like everybody, like, yo, no one makes it on the first try, right? No one makes the jump. And it's like what we saw with Trinity in the beginning, where she did that crazy jump, right, across the whole street, 50 feet, 60 feet. So he doesn't make it, right? He falls, but that's the point. Like, so once they come out, then he swabs his mouth, and he's like, yo, oh man, it's blood. Yo, I thought you said this wasn't real, right? Morpheus like, yo, man, it is. Like, like, yo, what's the mind? You feel me? What's the body without the mind? So if your mind goes, you done, right? So that's when he learns, like, yo, if you die in the Matrix, you die for real, real. That's death, right? So double death. And that's, so we learn that, like, yo, if you die in the Matrix, then you done. That's it. You're not coming out like, whoo, yo, that was crazy. Put me back in. Like I was playing that Resi 7. Oh my goodness, guys. Yeah. That's the truth. Like, I love that game. I was playing with the VR and everything. I might do a stream. I will see. I don't know. But, playing that, I died a lot. So in this, you die. Nah, it's not a lot, right? Now, they go back in, or I'm not sure if they go back in, or because after he fell, then they're doing like this agent training, right? So they're doing agent training, and they're walking through this simulation. This is something that one of the programmers built, so this is fresh, right? This is fresh. Shouts out to the big homie Mouse for cooking this one up. This is fresh. Working with limited resources. As you guys can see, there's a lot of doubles in there. It's not just every individual one, right? So he's working with his resources, doubling up on the characters. And then we see Agent, we know that that's Agent Smith, but we see Agent Smith holding a gun. But the main thing is they show you that the agents can use any person's body to, appear wherever they want. So they can take over a person's body and, control them in the Matrix. So that's what you learn. He was looking at this chick with the red dress. He was looking at the chick. She was, had a nicey. And, they're like, yo, nah, man. You need to be alert about everybody. Like, yo, if it ain't us, like, yo, it's dangerous, right? Then we get the little emergency outside. So outside of, in reality, right, it's danger too. So the only danger is not just cooking up inside the Matrix, right? Outside, they got these scouts that's going around trying to search and find and destroy, seek and destroy, find all life. Yo, if it's a mouse, he dead. If it's a dog, he dead. If it's an ant, he dead. Like, yo, they don't care. Caterpillars, like, yo, whatever. Nah, man. We killing all, right? They anti-life. They like what is it? Antibacterial soap, right? So they hooking up. They trying to hear what's going on, right? So it's crazy. All right, you got that going on. So that lets you know that it's not just safe. It ain't safe for the black or the white girls. Okay, it ain't safe. It ain't safe inside the Matrix or outside. Like, yo, we out there. So that's what they let us know that, right? And then we find out that one of the programmers, remember in the very beginning, it was talking about that trace. Boom. Now we identify who it is, which he kind of already had that villain look, just with he had this, and I think he had like that. Like his facial hair looked like a villain. Like, I think if they would have just like really wanted to just throw it in your face, he would have like the Hitler stash, like he had the Hitler stash, and be like, yo, man, come on, dog. Morpheus, you don't know, but yo, your boy, yo, your man's in them. Like, yo, man, he a rat, dog. Like, yeah, man, your man ain't loyal. You feel me? Because he already had that that evil facial hair, so it's crazy. I kind of already was on him. I was already on him. Like, look, man, nah, man, come on, dog. Your boy, he ain't right. He ain't right in the head. You dig? So he like, yo, man, I want to go back. He's cooking up he's cooking up the plan. Like, yo, this is how we gonna shut him down. This is how we gonna get rid of him. Look, man, I'm done. I don't want to be. Look, I want to be back in the Matrix. And I don't want to know anything about the real world and any of that. Like, y'all don't want to know none of that, man. I'm just trying to get back in. I'm getting tired of this soup. I'm getting tired of just the same crew over and over again. Like, yo, man, I'm done. Right? I guess he's been in there for a long time, and been out of the Matrix for a long time, and he's just ready to go back. Right? So they cooking up the plan. Look, man, we'll get you back in there. Right? And so we know. Okay, we know who the rat is. Now they get back in, but we know this is a setup. We don't really know how you're gonna set up, because I believe Neo he got to meet the Oracle, right? So he has to meet the Oracle. So all of them are going in now, because he got to meet the Oracle and find out whatever his special message, or whatever she has cooking up her sleeves, right? So Neo has to go ahead and meet the Oracle, because the Oracle is the one that's like guiding everybody, letting everybody know what's going on. She can see everything. She knows everything. So now it's time for Neo to meet the Oracle, right? He meets the Oracle. He gets in there. He meets some kids that's like, maybe they like the second coming of the Oracle, right? They trying to develop these kids, kind of like, what is it? The Dalai Lama. You know how not she. It could be it could be a guy or a girl, I believe. Don't quote me on that though, because I don't want none of you guys taking the test. And it's like, yo, the Dalai Lama can be any male or female, and y'all like, yeah, Pox has said that, yeah, it could be male or female, and then you get it wrong because, it can't be. So I don't know. I think it can be, but anyway, they training the kids, but, she's the Oracle right now, okay? She gets in there, she's, checking his mouth, say, stick your finger up your ass, put your right leg in, take your right leg out, shake it all about, do the hokey pokey, turn yourself around. And she's like, nah, man, you ain't the one. Like, nah, you ain't the one. And cause she was like, yo, what do you think? He's like, I don't know. Like, yo, I don't know if I'm the one or not. And she's like, well, you're not the one then. And like above them is a sign is like, know thyself. So she's like, yo, if you don't know, then you're not the one, right? And you have to choose to be the one. Like, I can't tell you that you're the one. It's kind of, so it had a lot of like philosophical ideas up in this piece that was really juicy, like it had some really good stuff. So, like, yo, nobody can tell you that you're the one. You have to make that choice for yourself to be the one. Ooh, it was deep. It was fresh, right? Now they leave. Morpheus like, yo, man, don't tell me what she told you. So he like, all right, look, man, I mean, she told him like, yo, you gonna have to choose between Morpheus or you, right? One of y'all gonna die. Morpheus is gonna give himself up for you. So, you're gonna have to make a choice, man. You're gonna be selfish and just let him just take that heat, or you going to swap it out. Look, man, you about to take it. You feel me? You about to take. They about to push it in. You feel me? So he had to make that choice. Boom, we get to this building, right? They ready to exit out. Look, man, he met him. He met the Oracle. Let's get out of here, man. Like, yo, I'm trying to get back to doing nothing, really. I mean, maybe I can get back, maybe hook up with that one of them program chicks. There's really nothing that they doing outside the Matrix, right? So, boom, they get to their site and they realize that there's a setup, right? Them boys is there. They coming in heavy, right? The cops is moving in, and then eventually, they get into the wall. They're trying to escape. Big Morpheus, he, sacrifices himself like the Oracle said that he was gonna do, and he did it, because he a real G. Look, man, what y'all got? What y'all got cooking for me, man? Like, y'all, I'm Big Morpheus, okay? Like, yo, I ain't scared of you dudes, man. Like, yo, it's whatever with me, agents, FBI, CIA, the governor, the president. Like, yo, so Big Morpheus is ready. He ready for any and everything. All right. He goes out. He's like, yo, man, get Neo out of here. Get Neo out of here. It's a scramble. It's going crazy. They done killed the little homie Mouse, right? It's just crazy in there. Big Scythe gets out. That's the one in the back. As you guys can see, he's the rat. He's out. He let that heat go, right? He let that fire go. He hitting everybody, and then it's just crazy. And now he picks up, because they don't know what's going on. They like, yo, we trying to get out of here. Now he's going into his evil monologue. They all gotta give their dialogue, their whole plan Yeah, yeah, you thought that he was right, huh? You thought that he on here, huh? Be your bed on the bed, huh? She was supposed to go be her thing, huh? Big Morpheus, he ain't the man, huh? So he gets into his evil rant, and he's monologuing too long, and but he's pulling the plug, pulls the plug. Yeah, you ain't want to do no better there, huh? So he's monologuing, right? He's like, yo, man, Manny dropped the beat, man. So Manny dropped the beat, and he just telling it all, man. He just singing. He could kick his feet up, He just look, man, kick down the heels and relax the feet. He just telling the whole plan and everything, So he took too long though, but he did take out my girl with them nippies. I didn't put the shot up here because I'm not trying to get hit with no like nudity. People complain it wasn't even no hardcore nudity. I didn't even notice it when I first watched the movie, but as I was going through the stills and I was grabbing stills, I noticed those nippies was it was a nice cool day. So my girl, he takes out the board first, right? Apex or pack. It's like Apocalypse, so it's like Pac, but not Tupac, but it was something close around that, right? Take him, pull a plug, boom. He just, and then he gets my girl. One of the line, not like this, not like this, like oh no. And then she just, boom, she slumped out, right? It's now, it's hotter than 3,000 degrees, right? And it's just crazy. So he's like, yo, and then he gets into his final monologue. He's like, yo, man, if Morpheus is right, there's no way I can pull the plug. I pull the plug on everybody, right? I want you to, he's talking to Trinity. I want you to look at Neo when I pull the plug and show you that Morpheus was wrong, right? And then, so when he does that, then he's like, yo, oh no, this can't be. And then, the big homie, I think this is Tank. Cause yeah, it's Tank and Dozer, but I think the big brother is Dozer. He's like, yo, man, boom. He hit him, hit him, boom, he sends him back. Right? Sends him back, kills him, and then the rest of him gets out. Now at this moment, this is the moment that Neo becomes the one for himself, because he's like, yo, I know that I can go in there and I can get him. Right? They're like, yo, man, this is crazy. This has never been done. Look, man, what makes you think? Because they about to pull a plug on big Morpheus. Because, like, yo, it's only a matter of time they're going to make him crack. Like, yo, they got him. Because they want those codes. They want the codes to the mainframe. And they like, yo, man, we gotta go ahead and get him. Right? So they like, yo, nah, man. He's like, yo, nah, we're not going to pull a plug. The Oracle told me that this was going to happen. Right? The Oracle told me that, like, yo, the day was going to come. Then it, like, yo, and just like yo, 15 minutes, like, yo, it's about to get real for y'all. Look, man, I don't even know if she talked to those other dudes. My girl, not like this, and Pac, she ain't even tell him, like, yo, man, she ain't offer them no cookies. Like, yo, come on, dog, she's selfish. Like, yo, this is their last meal. You feel me? Like, yo, here, man, Neo, take 2 oatmeal raisin cookies, give it to them, dog. Like, yo, and look, get us to the boy Mouse. It's about to go crazy in like 15 minutes. Like, yo, it's gonna be crazy. So he, Neo, like, yo, she said this was gonna happen, and look, man, I can get him. You feel me? Like, yo, I can get him. So, this is the moment. We see him. Like, yo, he believes. Like, yo, man, I can do this. So that's just it was a crazy moment, and the music was right, I believe, and they're like, yo, all right, well, shit, at least we'll let you try, okay? We gonna let you try. Trinity like, yo, I'm going in there with you. He's like, nah, they get into a dispute. Boom, they in there, right? Boom, now we get one of the craziest gun scenes. This was just crazy. This whole scene, like, yo, this was crazy. This really was. This was fresh. They like send the guns through the metal detectors, right? So it's crazy. I'm using D. I'm like double D in it, right? So it's metal detectors, but when I say metal, I'm using metal detectors. instead of metal detectors. So that's a crazy little thing about, you know, being in this matrix. You know, I'm in the code right now, so it's hard for me to do metal detect. So the T to the D, T to the D, T to the double D, to the DOG. so you know. Anyway, we got this crazy scene. It's going cray, right? Guns everywhere, and this is the building where they're holding Big Morpheus, right? So, you know, it's getting crazy, and boom, look, the plan is in full effect. Okay, then they finally get upstairs on the roof. They're calling for backup, and then now they call for backup. Now the computer, because the computer wasn't even thinking that, you know, any of this could happen. So that's why none of the, you know, agents popped up in the bottom, because they wasn't even thinking that something like this was going to happen. But they call for help. Now the computers are alert to it. Now they're on it. So we get our second clip of bullet time, which was fresh, because now Neo is doing some crazy stuff. He's like moving like the agents. They're shooting the bullets. He's like, you know, it was just crazy. Like, it was crazy. But, you know, good gonna come out when it's supposed to. He got hit. You know, he got grazed. You know, little graze. But, you know, you get grazed. Hold up. You gotta stop all that. You know, bullet time had to cease. You know, cease fire on that bullet time, right? So, we had to cease on that. And that was cool. And Trinity, you know, pop him off. Save Neo. And then we have the scene now, Big Morpheus and Neo, they run together, and Morpheus got hit in his leg, so Neo was like, nah, he's not going to make it on his own. He jumps out there, and then we get, you know, we save Big Morpheus, right? They finally gets down, then they save Trinity, and then Neo is like, Morpheus is like, yo, I knew it. Like, yo, he is the one. You feel me? Like, yo, there's no other way. He's like, yo, man, you the one. Like, yo, you the truth. You the Mike. You the MJ of this. You the LeBron of this. You the Beethoven of this. You the Edison of this, right? He didn't say all that, but he was just letting them know, like, yo, man, you the truth. Like, yo, I knew it. I knew it the whole time, you know. And Neo is like, yeah, but the Oracle said. He's like, yo, man, the Oracle she tell you what she gotta tell you. You know, if she'd have told you whatever, then, you know, you be like, you know, trying to play Spider-Man or something. Like, yo, we don't got time for that right now. She knew that. She like, yo, she a true Oracle. So they like, all right, now it's time to get out, right? It's time to get out. Get out! So it's time to get out of the Matrix, get to the Crizzle, and, you know, relax, right? We just lost a lot of guys, so, you know, let's get them out. Boom, as they try and get out, freaking agent, he pop up, you know, Neo not running. He like, yo, man, come at me, bro. So then they just, boom, they charge at each other, they shooting, do. And then we get this cool scene. This looks really fresh. I really like this. Like, this is, I took a couple images, but this one I really like. When I captured that one, I really like that one. That looks fresh. You know, I wish I would have had it 20 years ago when this movie came out, right? I wish I had this technology to rip this, because this would have been like my, this would have definitely been my screensaver or my desktop thing. I can't even think it. Like, I don't even use that stuff no more. It's so crazy. But yeah, so they fighting, right? They going cray, and Neo, he defeats him, right? He defeats him, then boom. But, you know, he back. Look, man, we do this all day, dog. Like, yo, come on, man. I got so many bodies I can pop into, like, you know. But they should have jumped him. Like, yo, that's what they should. They should have been like 3-on-1, right? But nah, they ain't want to give it to him that intense yet. So Big Smith, now they chasing him, right? He got to run. Look, man, I got to get out of here. You feel me? Because they can just keep coming back. Like, I'm just wasting my time. Okay? They running. They run to the building. I don't think I captured it, but it was the building where she was, right? It was the same building, because that's say like, yo, you close to that building, and room 303, that's where you got to get to. It's a phone there, right? Because remember, in the very beginning, she had the hands up, you know, so that's where he's going. But Agent Smith, he looks at the building. He's like, yo, I know this building. So I know where he's going, right? So at the same time, while all of that's this chase, now the Sentinels got the detect on, on the Nebuchadnezzar. That's the name of their ship, because Neo's in there, so they can't turn the power off, right? That's how they got rid of him the first time, but they can't do that because Neo is still inside, right? So now it's that intense, like, yo, they breaking in. Neo, you need to hurry up and get out of there, man. Get out of there, right? Neo trying to get out there, but Big Boy Smith is already at 303. Neo opens the door and bang, 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 bang. Like, I don't know how many times he shot, but yeah, he definitely, he definitely hit him. And he had his crew. He had the what is it? The Outlaws. And Agent Smith like, first off, in the clicks you claim West Side till we die. It was just crazy. It was so crazy. Like, that song was so crazy that they played it uncut in my city. Like, they was trying to like edit it, but it was just so intense that they just played the whole "Hit 'Em Up" by Pac. They just played it uncut on the radio, just prime time drive, like. So that's what happened here. Smith and the Outlaws, they dropped the beat, and it was just crazy, right? It was like, yo, man, this is just ridiculous, right? But don't worry, look, this ain't called Matrix Reloaded, even though, no spoilers there, but he's dead, and then Trinity's, she gotta give him the kiss, right? Kiss of life. She's the prince, and he's the frog, or he's the princess, or something. So she's like, yo, I love you. You can't die, because she said I will fall in love with the one, and you are the one, because I love you so much. Ooh, I'm ooh, this is what I do with. So down to you, I wanna sex you up. And then boom, Big Neo was up. He up and he back at it. He in the game, okay? You can't kill Neo. He the one, dog. Come on, doggy. So they shooting their guns. Bow, 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 bow. They just got them all out. And the guy was like, Q was like, man, turn your punk ass over. Turn your punk ass over. But Neo was like, nah, man, none of that. It ain't going down like that. So he doesn't even have to duck and weave and like, boom, put the hand out. Bullets just stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Oh, whoa, that's a Rough Riders roll. And then he just turned into X on him. He's just turning DMX on him. Like, stop, drop, right? Bullets fall down. And then this is crazy. This is the moment. Like, this is just so crazy. Like, we was not expecting anything like this. This is just so crazy. And then, boom, we get to see how Neo now sees in the Matrix. He sees the code. He sees everything. He is the one. Like, yo, man, he's like the architect. This is how, for my Tekken players, this is how we gotta play Tekken. Like, you gotta see it. You gotta see the code. Like, I don't even see the game no more. Like, I still see the game, but where I want to be, I just want to see the code. Okay, boom, 10 frame Punisher. Ooh, 12 frame Punisher. 8 frame backdash, or 8 frame sidestep left. Ooh, for the right. Like, this. So Neo just seeing it as a programmer, right? And that's really how we gotta see the game, right? I love Tekken, so I'm gonna be saying something about Tekken in all my videos, right? This is how he sees it, and then he goes in and he destroys Agent Smith. He goes inside of him, and boom, it breaks him apart from the inside. And then these other agents, Agent Jones and Agent Ahmad. So Agent Jones and Agent Ahmad, they like, yo, holy crap. So they take off, Boom, then the Sentinel get in there. Neo has to go pick up the phone, but this Sentinel's about to kill him and sees him. She's like, you know, she's going crazy. They hit the boom, hit the EPM or the EMP or something like that, some electronic pulse midifier, I don't know, right? So they hit it, boom, save the day, and then you know, then we get this. Look, it's running, everything's flowing, and then it pauses. Okay, the Matrix system code is failed. Now I don't know what that looks like inside. If you're inside, like, so if I was just, you know, walking around, maybe I'm working, you know, does everything like stop? Like, yo, what's going on, right? So, but from the outside, you know, system failed. Something was going on. We don't know what happened, but like, yo, something happened. Okay, then we get this code, and then we get Neo. He talking on the phone. It shows that the line was traced, so he was talking directly to whoever. Like, yo, man, it ain't going the way it was. Like, yo, man, I'm gonna show these people that, like, yo, this is a prison. This ain't real. I'm gonna show them real life. You feel me? It's like, yo, like a billion, right? Has to be like a billion people in the Matrix at this point. We don't know if they got like countries. I'm sure they got countries, right? So it's like a billion people. Like, yo, we just gonna wake all billion of them up, even though we can't even attend to them. But you know, we just gonna look, man. I ain't even worried about all that, right? Because there's only gonna be one. It's not gonna be a sequel, let alone 2, 3 movies. Like, come on, man. So then we get that, and then he flies off. Like, yo, he can fly. Right? So that's fresh. Then we get boom. Then we get the sound. Then they get the nah. There was a sequel, unfortunately, and I know the Wachowskis didn't want. To, they didn't even want to do a sequel, but yeah, they made yeah. But unfortunately, yes, they're. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do Reloaded or Revolution. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna do it. You know, the Wachowski siblings, that's what they are now. Or they're sisters, right? You can't even say siblings. It used to be the siblings when one of them had to change, but now that both of them have to change, they're the Wachowski sisters. Okay, so, you know, shouts out to my transgenders, you know. So it's the Wachowski sisters now, and you know, and that's it, and it's a wrap, and that's it. We've done it. We've made it. You know, thanks. right, man. Because yeah, they really don't exist. Yeah. You're right about that. Yeah, man. The other one switched up. Yeah. So, yep. They the sisters now. Which is, hey, you know, look. You know, one of them switch off, and then she was like, yo, I'm really enjoying this. You know, like, I really like this. You should try it. He was like, yo, I mean, we're not twins, but I mean, look, why not? Let's be twins. Even though we ain't twins, we could be twins. Shit, we could twin on the weekends, right? So, you know, yeah. He switched up. You know, it's all good. So it's the Wachowski sisters. So we made it. Of course, yeah. There was no other one. This is it. This was just a kick-ass movie. Lil Weezy, Louisiana. You know, thanks for stopping by and just staying for the whole thing. I appreciate you, bro. Big bro Skalowskis. Yeah, let's see. So they had with the marketing. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that siblings, like, yo, come on, man. So yeah, just to, you know, get it back on track. The sisters, you feel me? The Wachowski sisters. So yeah, dog. That does ring better than the Wachowski siblings. The siblings, like, yo, the Wachowski, you know, clan. Like, what? Yeah. This is the duo, the Wachowski duo, the Wachowski siblings. Yes, they're sisters. So, and sometimes they don't get along. There's even times they fight, other times they stay up late. All right, so anyway, Okay, some of y'all know about that. That's on that barn Arnie. Y'all don't know about that. This is all back in them 99 days. Okay, 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. Okay, so the next movie I think I'm gonna do will be Edge of Tomorrow, Live Die Repeat, kick ass movie. That movie was also crazy. Like that movie was intense. I love that movie. So if y'all have never seen it, go and watch it now. But you know, the next few streams is gonna be Tekken, so I'm gonna be doing my Tekken battles. And don't forget to you know, be ready for this. Yeah, man. I love that movie. That movie, man. I watched that as much as I watched this. So yeah, that was a really dope ass movie. And hopefully they can lock down the sequel, you know, and cook something up that's good. I mean, they taking a long time. Tom ain't getting no younger, and Emily, she not getting no younger either. So like, yo, you know, I hope it is not gonna be like that that freaking that Marvel movie, the first Infinity. Well, what was it? Infinity Wars, or I can't think of the name of that Marvel. Like the first, you know, Avengers Endgame, you know, duo. You can't call it a trilogy, but the first one was called Infinity War or something like that. I think. No, I think it was called like that. So in that movie, like the girl who played, she played the robot. Like she picked up a little weight on that one. You feel me? Like her face was a little like yo, man, y'all let too many years pass by. Like you watch her from Guardians of the Galaxy 2 and then see her in this Infinity War, like yo, she was definitely eating. You feel me? She got back down, so maybe she had a baby or something. Cause in Endgame she was back to her normal weight. But in that first one, like yo, she picked up, she gained. So hopefully they don't do that. Cause then they like, yo, this sequel it's like 15 years later. Like, yo, Emily Blunt looking like the mama off of Good Times. You feel me? She like, damn. Like, ooh. So yeah, Edge of Tomorrow, Live Die Repeat. That's gonna be the next one. I'll probably do that next week. So I'm gonna try to crank out one of these once a week. Don't forget the raffle. So that's for followers. The only thing you gotta do is just follow and you in there, right? So that's all you gotta do. You can type !raffle in the chat and that'll connect you. But don't worry, like, you know, I'm gonna figure out how to do it all. So thanks. You guys have been awesome. Ill Will, I appreciate you, big bro. Skolo, go low. No, I'm just messing with you. It's not a glitch in the Matrix. And we're out. Reese's. Oh, PCs.